Kiev, Ukraine, Oleksandr Usyk.
Который видит и читает. Украинец и очередная атака.
Акцентовані.
This fight's been made finally to get it over the line.
Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury. The hurdle has cleared as the IBF makes a mandatory decision. There won't be any boxers to stand in the way of the two heavyweight champs facing off, but can they meet again in a rematch? Will the governing bodies once again give way to the match of the century? Let's take a look at the video, but before you jump in, remember, like, subscribe, tap that bell icon, just like that. That way you won't miss out on any updates from Boxing Insane. Oleksandr Usyk is the IBF, WBA, WBO Heavyweight Champion and defended all the titles successfully in the mandatory rematch against Anthony Joshua in August 2022. Meanwhile, Tyson Fury still holds the title of WBC champion, so boxing fans are looking forward to a unified title match between these two champions. However, the title unification match between Fury and Usyk met with too many hurdles when the sanctioning agencies repeatedly made requests. Negotiations in boxing are far from solid at the best of times, and an undisputed heavyweight bout between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk was hanging by a thread when the IBF recently announced Filip Hrgovic was next in line. On November 12, 2022, the IBF ordered champion Oleksandr Usyk to commence negotiation with the IBF mandatory challenger Filip Hrgovic, who became the IBF heavyweight mandatory contender August 20, 2022, by winning an IBF elimination bout against Zhil Zhang. Hrgovic's promoters Cal Sutherland and Eddie Hearn were keen to push for an immediate purse bid for their fighter to get his shot at the belt, and for a moment in time it looked like it was going to be a stumbling block to stop one champion from being crowned in the division. However, things have become more positive because of recent announcements from IBF. They are rescinding the order for Usyk to commence negotiation with Hrgovic for a mandatory defense of the IBF heavyweight title. This means that the IBF has removed the barrier between Fury versus Usyk. The WBA also asked the Ukrainian boxer and Daniel Dubois to face off. The letter, signed by the IBF president, concluded that the WBA belt, also held by Usyk, was next due a mandatory. Of course, the WBA mandatory won't be a problem simply because Frank Warren promotes both Fury and Dubois, who's been first in line since he won the WBA regular belt. That would allow Fury to pursue undisputed status while young DDD waits in the wings with a promise from his promoter that he'll have a future shot. Every sign tells us the fight is ready to go forward. The fight of Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk is closer than we think. The co-promoter of the Brit, Frank Warren, sent the first contract to the Ukrainian side and expects the answer soon. Warren said in an interview they have to sort out details as soon as possible, and what's more, they've got to do it quickly because time is running against them. far as reports have concerned, both Tyson Fury and Usyk have agreed to unify the belts. All four, WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO, will be on the line for the one fight. It's been a long time, and there's a few hurdles still to jump over before it's reality. The country, the place, where, when, it's all the biggest point of contention right now. Both champions' teams continue to negotiate, which is targeted for the first week in March and should land somewhere in the Middle East. But promoter Frank Warren remains optimistic about a possible announcement soon. He knows both fighters want to make this super bout happen because it's winner take all. Neither champion was silent. The Gypsy King is a fighter who teases and mocks opponents. Fury has been making moves to provoke potential opponents, even when the two are still being negotiated. The British boxer gave Usyk the nickname middleweight. After a long silence, the Ukrainian champion also responded by sending a mocking message to Fury and giving him the nickname Belly. There's also a good sign both champions are really serious and interested in this match of the century. The conclusion is that Usyk and Fury will most likely face each other as soon as possible. By the way, Frank Warren also expressed his opinion about the possibility of a rematch even after finding a winner. Something else that hasn't been decided in this matter of a rematch clause, there'd be a stipulation allowing the eventual loser of the fight to trigger an immediate second fight. No matter who wins the fight, talking about a possible rematch is where the details get a little hard to grasp. Frank Warren is not so sure all championship belts could be on the line because every governing body in boxing likes to make decisions that don't align with the other. If they want, one of those belts could be ordered on a mandatory defense and the fighter who puts it on the line might lose it. But for this fight, all four belts are on the line. This doesn't happen very often in boxing history. Anyway, it's gonna be a great fight. The fans of both fighters have been waiting for this thing to happen for a long time, and we're all itching to know if Oleksandr Usyk can handle the one fighter everyone deems invincible in the heavyweight division. How about you? Do you think these two giants will have an explosive match? It's gotta be exciting. Who's gonna be the winner? Will the rematch be set soon after finding the undisputed champ? Leave your comments below and let us know. And don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. You never want to miss one video from Boxing Insane.